They know. It's my business, nigga. Look. We was hard-headed, underrated, cold-hearted. Now they hate us for the fact we made it the farthest. Ninth grader, when the feds made him a target. He don't want to do no wrong, just imitating his father. Cop foreign, straight 8 in Dodge Charger. Brand new Glocks and Drakes, they can't harm us. True mobsters, smoke up like we rosters. No imposters, look out, the streets watching. Seen prophets, it's beef, we bring chopsticks. Mini Glock spit, the switch is spitting hot shit. No, we locked in from Harlem way to Bompton. And we top 10 on blogs, we be the topic. Tell them stop it, we got it, them niggas dropped it. Did a gangster grill with drama soon as I hopped in. Steak and lobster, spill blood over this pasta. Used to play the rap with my niggas, I feel like how nigga, this my business. And I don't trust no niggas if it ain't my niggas. You gon' die in the middle, so pick a side, nigga. Niggas screaming it's love, but he ain't ride with us. He ain't ride, it's do or die, nigga. Just give me Teflon love until we die, nigga. Whether right or you wrong, I'm gon' slide with you. Me and you against the world, I'm picking sides with you. You know I'm riding with you. They know.
We could ride on these niggas or we could walk and get them. Fish scale on the snorkel when I had portion visions. Took a block, then another block. Now it's another drop and another spot. Yeah, you fucking with niggas that get your brother pop. Cartel shit. Keep the L in. I get it sold but never sell shit. I've been told niggas I never tell shit. Never mind, mine can't see what it never finds. 10 plugs in the room, mixed to the 11 lines. Probably outside in a Porsche that is lemon lime. No, I ain't a blood or a crip, but I can send a sign. You think I'm saying bye? I'm really saying bye. That's the Buffalo, the Yonkers Express 4-5, Colombian necktie. 100 shots fly, but I'd rather stay low, be cool, get high.
Nigga, it's my business, and don't trust no niggas if it ain't my niggas. You gon' die in the middle, so pick a side, nigga. Nigga screaming it's love, but he ain't ride with us. He ain't ride, it's do it.
So don't mind the dishwasher in the background. If y'all hear that, my apologies. I just wanted to re-quote this quote by this person. It's on Twitter and stuff. I'm not gonna put their name out there and stuff like that because, you know what I mean, I don't want them to because there'll be people that agree and disagree with stuff, you know what I'm saying, and then so I don't want to send them any kind of people that, you know, start attacking them or whatever online and being shitty and stuff like that. So I'm just going to read the quote, but I'm just saying I agree with the quote. So the quote, it says, "Supporting Trump is no longer a political choice. It is a statement that you don't care about morality, legality, or the truth." I agree with that quote. If you supported Trump, you know what I mean? You can't say it was political. You can't. All the bullshit he's doing and all the things they're taking away and all this stuff and just, we can all see it, man. You literally only have, you don't even have to be involved in politics or political or none of that stuff to see the bullshit that he's doing. It's just pure, just blatant racism, sexism, all that stuff. He don't like anything black or brown. He don't respect women. And he don't like white people that support black people and shit. That's why he's punishing all these colleges, Harvard and all that. That's why they're punishing them and stuff. And they're punishing the white people that support black and brown students and freedom of speech and protest and all. They're punishing them. But I agree with this quote. You know what I mean? Because all you black and brown Trumpers and you white ones too, because you white Trumpers, the ones that said oh, well, I'm just, I don't like the racist stuff he says. I don't like some of the things he says, but I'm going to hold my nose and then they try to say they voted for him because it's the economy. That's some bullshit. You guys could have voted for Kamala Harris or kept your ass at home. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have been quite as mad Like, if you were to ask somebody, like, who'd you vote for? And they would have been like, oh, I just didn't even vote. Like, I would have still felt some kind of way about that, but I wouldn't have been quite as mad. I would have been like, well, at least they didn't go literally vote for that bitch, Trump, you know what I mean? So why? It was like, people could have voted for Kamala. You guys weren't going to lose all your shit. You weren't going to lose your home, your car, your job. You weren't about to get mass deported and shit and all that. Y'all know that. She wasn't about to do none of that kind of stuff. None of it. None of it. You know what I mean? Y'all could have figured the rest of that shit out. That's what I was saying. A lot of white people, because it was a majority of white people that voted for that punk. So y'all supported that racism. You know what I mean? And the thing is, y'all can't come back from that. Black and brown Trump supporters and white Trump supporters, y'all can't come back from that. Because, see, here's the thing. He's temporary. He's not going to be president in 3 years, 3.5 years or whatever. He can't run again. You know what I mean? So what are y'all going to do? Because you got to wear all of that. That's long lasting. He's done so much damage. It ain't like y'all can just be like, oh, he's not president, so forgive us for... No, there is none of that. It's memory like an elephant time. I ain't forgiving nobody that supported dude. But yeah, I agree with that quote. I agree with that quote. Because when you support him, especially if you're black and brown, you know all of the stuff. So when you support him, you got to be ready to wear all of that bullshit and field all the questions that you're going to get from people, from other black people. You got to know you're going to get people saying, why the fuck did you vote for dude? What the fuck, blah, blah, blah. That comes with the territory when you jump out there and do that dumb stuff. And then to be mad when people are asking you, come on, y'all are doing some unnormal bullshit. And then get mad when people ask, fear-mongering. What the hell, man? Nobody fear-mongering, y'all. Didn't nobody make you guys do anything. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here, though. But this will be our last episode, probably for the next 3 or 4 days, you know what I mean? Because we're going to celebrate my birthday and the Memorial Day holiday and stuff like that, and just enjoy some rest and relaxation and some nice weather, hopefully. All right, y'all, so we'll holler at everyone soon in a few days. Enjoy your weekend. Have some fun. Get some rest. You know what I'm saying? And do something to boost your immune system and keep yourself safe out here. All right, y'all. And spread the word. Shout us out. Give us a review or something. All right, y'all. Peace.
And the 70s return to northwestern Wisconsin this Sunday. We get plenty of sunshine, especially on Sunday, and high pressure is going to keep those weather systems out of here. And that's certainly good news if you're traveling again across the region. Looks really good. East Coast, they have their nor'easter going on, which is weird for this time of the year, but it is happening, and will eventually start.
Speedometers.
Here's why speedometers often go well beyond legal limits, even up to 160 plus miles per hour.
Ooh, can I stop you real quick, baby?
Yes.
The reason I was wondering about that when you brought it up, because I always wonder, there's no speed limit in the world. No car can go that fast, and there's no reason any car should be able to go 160, 150, 180 or whatever. I just think that, why? So I guess do they bear a small, tiny percentage of, reason there's reckless driving? I mean, it's on the individual to not do it, I'm saying, but could they maybe,
Yeah, I don't know how you would stop that because it's the engine, makes...
Made by the car companies.
Right, but an engine has so much horsepower, that's just how it is.
But, see, and that's the problem. That people have to say, oh, that's just how it is.
So let's read and find out.
Okay, cool, because I think that's ridiculous for a car to go that fast.
Automakers often use high speedometer readings to give an impression of power and performance, even in regular consumer vehicles. A higher top speed can make a car feel more capable or sporty, even if drivers never reach those speeds. Some cars can physically go over 100 miles per hour, particularly performance vehicles. Even mainstream sedans may top out above 100 miles per hour in optimal conditions, so the speedometer needs to reflect the vehicle's full capability. U.S. speed limits may cap around 85. Texas has the highest posted. But countries like Germany, in parts of the Autobahn, there's no speed limit, so higher speed instruments are necessary for international models. Mechanical and digital systems often have margins beyond typical use. Engineering speedometers to go higher than needed provides a buffer for accuracy and design flexibility. Some regulations require that a speedometer displays a certain percentage above the car's top speed, or that the indicated speed is always higher than actual speed to avoid liability. So while you may never legally drive 120 miles per hour, your car's speedometer reflects both its physical capabilities and global market demands. There's no practical reason for most cars to need a speedometer that reads 140.
Exactly.
It's largely a marketing flash, design convention, and global standardization rather than anything useful for everyday driving.
So there's really no good reason why.
Right.
In reality.
Right. Like on the Autobahn, people drive 100 miles an hour.
Where, baby?
It's in Germany. There's no speed limit.
Really?
Yeah. So, like, you're not going to be driving 60 miles an hour because everyone else is going 100.
But like here, though,
right?
Because we really don't have to worry about Germany, but here, because there's a lot of reckless, and like I said, it's on the individual to not reckless drive. We all know that.
There must be.
But like, come on, guys.
There must be some sort of like fail-safe that they can put. Like with technology, there must be where a car, like even though the engine is designed to go 120.
But why should it be able to is my question though, baby.
Because an engine has that much power.
But they can make
However,
it have
there
a little
should
less. Right?
But an engine's power is just that much.
But they can make it to be just that little less.
So
it can't go 120 is what I'm saying. Because if they can make it to go that fast, they can make it to be a little slower. Because no vehicle should be able to go 150, 60. Why?
Right.
And someone might be like, oh, well, what if my wife's having a baby we need to get to the hospital?
Call an ambulance.
Call an ambulance for her.
So
you're not going to get there any quicker doing.
What I'm saying is, even though the engine is that's just how an engine is, there must be a way that they can modify, like with a fail-safe switch, like if the car goes 100 after 101, there's like almost like a kill switch of sorts,
okay.
right?
Hell yeah, that would even be decent. That's a good idea, baby.
Because an engine is an engine. Like you can't make it be weaker.
I think you could though. Because there's smaller cars, like, because police, they have some of the strongest engines, and they should, because sometimes they need to be, they should have, like, if anything, I could see their vehicles being able to, but not even that fast, because if all cars, I'm just saying, if all cars can only go, let's say, 90, because there's no freeway or highway in this country where it's more than 75, right? Probably.
In Texas, it's 85.
So let's just put it at 90. Let's say it's a pretty safe bet to say there's nowhere in this country where you can go.
There is not.
Faster. Okay. So then no car should be made. I'm talking about in this country. Why? And I could see maybe an ambulance, those kind of vehicles where they need to get to places like super fast police, those kind of things, emergencies, like that type of stuff.
I'm okay with them being able to go faster. But just a basic car, because then that's going to cut down on the reckless driving. If your car can't go 80,
Right.
I don't care how much you press that bitch in, it ain't going no more than 80.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, like.
Yeah, I understand.
So in reality, it's all about just making money. The car commercials showing the car going all fast. Even like Kia, they've had all these situations. It's not their fault people are stealing the cars, but I'm saying they could be better and trying. They have some nice cars too.
Yeah, they do.
But like even their commercials and stuff, and their advertisers show people driving all fast. Like you're never going to drive 120 miles on. You shouldn't be able to. So why even promote that?
Right. Right.
That's what I'm saying. Because in reality, there's no need for it. In true reality, there's no need for just a regular everyday car to be able to go 100 miles an hour. And there's no true real responsible answer that is would benefit us positively for them to say, oh, well, that's just how they're made. They should be able.
Like,
why though? That's a kindergarten answer.
Right,
not you. I'm saying that's.
Yeah, because while the engine has the power and capability of doing it, it doesn't mean you should.
Right, and people shouldn't have that choice. I don't think.
Because they're not.
People are running people over.
Most people are responsible, but.
Same thing with the guns. People are like, "Oh, well, responsible. Why should a weapon be able to have shoot 100 bullets?"
Right.
Who you need to shoot 100 bullets at?
I mean, unless you're in a war.
Right, and you're not.
That's that's funny that you bring that up because I feel like I should say I don't feel that they shouldn't make those weapons. I just feel those should not be sold to the public.
Exactly.
But they are.
Right. But why can't people just see that
you're not gonna hunt a deer or an elk and shoot it with 100
It's not even going to be edible.
Right.
Put all them holes in it, you won't even be able to eat it.
Right. Like it's unnecessary. The only time it might be necessary, the only person outside of military or police that would maybe use something like that would be private security. That's the only other time. Mm-hmm. Where for some reason, Beyonce is under attack and her security team can, ward that off or whatever.
Ward that shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of the stuff is just and that's what I was saying, there's no real good answer for why a car needs to go that fast.
Right.
In reality, there's not. Because at that point, it's just how people personally feel about it.
Right.
Well, why do you need it? You're never going to...
Well, and
just
some
so
of
you
the,
can say your car
some
goes
of the
that
issue,
fast?
Some of the issue is a lot of those vehicles that go fast are German engineered and German made.
Oh, good point. I didn't think about that shit.
So, and they have the Autobahn.
Yeah, that's true.
They're designed, for high performance.
Got it. I didn't think about that part yet. So they're
But maybe.
Well, that's where our U.S. people need to be well, the ones that are being made and sent here, we don't need them to be 160. 90 is good.
Right.
Or maybe 100 at the most.
Maybe police officers should have BMWs then and Volkswagens.
Yeah, what y'all think about that though? That's pretty crazy. Yeah. So there aren't many mainstream public safety studies calling for lower speedometer limits, but there are relevant findings and discussions that critique the effect of high speedometer ranges, especially in terms of psychological perception and behavior. Here's what research and expert opinion suggests. Perception of speed and encouragement to speed. Yep. Behavioral studies have shown that a high maximum speed on a speedometer can subconsciously normalize higher speeds, even if drivers don't intentionally plan to speed. You were kind of saying that.
Right.
A 2012 Human Factors and Ergonomic Society study indicated that drivers perceive their speed differently depending on the scale, which could impact how fast they choose to go. Yep, and it's right in front of you too. The speedometer.
Yeah.
You're looking at it and you're like, and you're seeing that thing go up. You're design and driver focus. Yep. 2008 report by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration recommended simpler, clearer dashboards to reduce distractions. Speedometers with inflated ranges can make it harder to read lower speeds accurately, which are actually more relevant. This can delay driver reaction and increase cognitive load in stressful or high-speed situations. Yeah. Policy gaps. Some countries have addressed this. Canada, for instance, passed regulations in the 1980s limiting speedometers to 140. EU discussions have occasionally floated this issue but prioritize things like automatic speed limiters instead. Yeah. Happy Saturday, y'all. Taking Chewy out for a little walk. Y'all hear him? He's so excited. So what all you gotta do today then to help your daughter?
Help her move, or unpack, or clean. I'm not sure. There's no plan.
That's cool though that you're helping, because you don't have to.
Right.
It's not your responsibility, but it's cool that you're willing to, you know what I mean, to do that.
Remember when you were younger?
Yeah.
And you moved, it was like you'd have like 10 friends helping you.
It did seem like that back, yeah. Nowadays, it's like...
Right. Like when I bought my house, we had like 10 people.
Oh, to help move and stuff?
Like we didn't, I don't think we had maybe we had a U-Haul, but I think because I had a station wagon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me about the station wagon.
And we had a truck.
This is pre-DVJ and Michelle.
Yeah.
I mean, Michelle and DVJ.
Yeah, we had a truck.
A truck with a cab? No, there's poopies, no sniffing the other poopies.
We had an O.J. Simpson Bronco.
Was it white?
It was white and red.
White and red? Really? How was that combo?
Stripe.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Very white trash.
Sounds like it. So we're outside on the Riverwalk, y'all. Just getting Chewy some fresh air. He gets so anxious before we take him out. We stop saying the word, like, because sometimes we'll slip up when we're just talking. We'll be like, should we take him out? And then he'll like perk up and just start flying around. He was going nuts last night. Be careful.
Yeah, he was like a mental case last night.
He was going nuts He was flying all over the place last night.
We'll go to the second.
He must have got some sugar, got a hold of some sugar or something.
Yeah, he was like extra crazy last night.
Extra.
It was exhausting.
Mm-hmm. Poopy time. I got the back. I'll clean that baby.
Look at how he's got one leg off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for anyone that's new that's listening, Chewy is our pug. He's 1 year old. He was born on Valentine's Day of 2024. So he's about 15 months then, right? Sorry about that bag crackling. You want to reel him in some?
Yep. Because
you never know how people are. Some people don't mind. Some people are like, oh. Morning. Come on, Chewy. Oh, yeah, but he's definitely a people person. He's definitely a people person. So everyone he sees, that garbage can has not been emptied. That was there 2 days ago from our walk. Because we came, really? Yeah, we came around this way coming back, because sometimes we go through the front.
Yeah.
And then we'll just loop all the way around. And I remember throwing out some garbage in a plastic bag in that garbage, and all that same stuff was still in there.
Really?
And it's full. That was 2 days ago, so that means people have just been like pushing stuff in there. Yeah. And then they wonder why there's all the rats and mice running around outside. Well, first of all, that's where they live, people, right? Exactly. They live outside and then they get indoors. But like that's where they are. So like, yeah. But that's crazy how they do their garbage in New York. You know, we watch those videos.
Street, yeah.
What are those called? New York Uncovered, or what was it?
New York vlog. It's not the vlog guy.
Right.
It's just silent walking.
Yep. It'd be like from like super early in the morning, like 3 in the morning and stuff, yeah. And you can just see how like what all goes on. You'll be seeing homeless people walking around. And you see all the garbage that they got lined and piled up. It's just crazy how they do their garbage out there. It's like how are rats and mice not? Even if the bags are secure and stuff, they smell that stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? So how are they not tearing into the bags?
Right. So do they pick up garbage every night?
That's what I'm saying. Like they have to. Just from how it looks.
Because there's no alleys.
There's no alleys, right.
But, like, they can't give them... I mean, I guess there's no room for dumpsters, though.
I bet driving in New York is... Like, if you're someone that you're not from there, and then you come there and you're driving or something, you maybe a rental car or something, I bet it can be a little frustrating. And New Yorkers can probably tell when they're driving either in front or behind someone that's not from there.
I feel like I'm going to get yelled at a lot.
Why, what?
I drive so slow.
You think they're going to be yelling at you? Beeping?
Yeah.
Oh, he pees on this spot all the time, so he probably smells his pee. That's crazy how good their smell is. It's like, because you know another dog peed on that same spot.
Right.
But for him to still smell and know that he peed on that exact spot. Out of all this area that's out here. Yeah, it feels good out here, y'all, here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
It's like chilly, but there's no wind.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's the day before my birthday, y'all. We're just chilling. Nothing major planned tomorrow. Just going to probably have some pizza and just chill, you know. Just keep it simple. Definitely when you're a kid or younger even, birthdays hit different.
Yeah.
But when you're older, it's just like...
It's just another day.
Well, almost. I wouldn't go that far, but almost. I know what you mean, basically, yeah.
This year, my birthday was the day after the election.
Ooh, there's seagull poop we're navigating around. Be careful, Drew. That's a quick way to get some E. coli. What were you saying, baby? I'm sorry.
This year, my birthday was the day after the election.
It was,
What time did I start drinking? 10 a.m.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that was.
I think I was
you don't normally do that.
Yeah, I was drunk by noon.
Drunk by noon. Sleep real soon.
Yep, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it'll be pizza tomorrow, and that's it. There's a game on today. New York's down 0-2. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy finals. Oklahoma City and Indiana. Unless these series change, you know what I mean? But the odds are right now that's what it's gonna be. And although the NBA, you know, they're gonna make their money, you know, regardless. They can't like this finals. Oklahoma City and Indiana.
Right.
They'd rather have New York and probably Minnesota. East Coast versus Midwest, you know what I mean, kind of?
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards, because he's like the face of the league now, or that like they're building him up to be. I still don't think he's that special yet. I mean, talent-wise he is, but he don't show up every game. He'll give you 2 real good games, and then, like, the next game you'll be like, oh, dude only had 15 points, only took 10 shots.
Chewy would really benefit from having a yard.
Oh, my God. If Chewy had a big backyard,
He would
like
just
we're
run
at the house all...
Yeah, he would just run around all the time.
He would, yeah, totally. We would have to have a fence for him.
Yeah.
Because he'd be trying to... He's so adventurous, he'd find a little hole or a little bush to go through, and we'd come out there, he'd be gone. We got to keep Chewy safe. Chewy's so cute, someone will try to steal Chewy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you hear people's dogs getting stolen?
Yeah.
He would definitely... He's that handsome, Chewy.
And he's so friendly.
He's so friendly, yeah. He has a huggable face, not the punchable face. And I still believe that the reason he takes my shoes and he sleeps on my shoes and stuff sometimes is because he knows when we first got him, when we went over there, he ran over to me and was sniffing my shoes. Like pulling at your shoes. Yeah, like right away. So I think like that kind of never left him. Because he'll be taking my shoes. I don't know if he tries to hide them from me so I can't go nowhere. But then he'll be sleeping on them. Like he'll literally like take naps on my shoes. So this is about the disappearance of Cynthia Ba-Traore. It's B-A-H-T-R-A-O-R-E. So Cynthia Martina Ba-Traore is an American woman who disappeared on the evening of February 3rd, 2021. Her whereabouts remain unknown. She was last seen on a Shell gas station surveillance footage located at 1003 East Kreiner Street in Grandview, Texas, zip code 76050. Ba-Traore was last seen wearing a blue long-sleeve shirt, black pants, gray with white shoes, and carrying a red purse with plaid markings. She was driving a Mazda CX-5, Texas license plate N as in Nancy, M as in Michael, J as in Johnson, 3883. Her phone was reportedly discovered at the gas station. Cynthia's sons reported that his mother never returned home after running errands. Cynthia has 2 children. At the time of her disappearance, Ba-Traore was living in Crowley, Texas, and her case is being investigated by Crowley Police Department. There is also an FBI agent assigned to the case. She was born July 4th, 1981. She disappeared on February 3rd, 2021 from Grandview, Texas. Missing since February 3rd, 2021. Some potential other names is Cynthia Martina Alvoid, A-L-V-O-I-D. She has 2 children. So they're saying, according to police report records, on February 16th, her vehicle was found abandoned along Interstate 35 between mile marker 354 and 355 in Waco, Texas, with no sign of Ba-Traore. The Find Cynthia Coalition was formed to bring awareness about Ba-Traore's disappearance and help find her. Coalition created a website, www.findcynthia.com. Currently, the coalition is offering a $50,000 reward for information that leads to Cynthia's return. In January 2022, Access Hollywood's Zuri Hall featured a story about the disappearance of Ba-Traore. Her mother told Access Hollywood, quote, "I miss my daughter. I really can't process it." She said, "Whoever parked her car knows where Cynthia is. I'm hoping someone will come forward and tell us more information." Access Hollywood partnered with Black and Missing Foundation to highlight her case. And on June 14, 2024, journalist Roland Martin covered Ba-Traore's disappearance on his show Unfiltered.
Martin highlighted the suspicious circumstances of Bacciori's disappearance, law enforcement's handling of the case, and the $50,000 reward. Several true crime podcasts have covered the disappearance of Cynthia Bacciori. Black Girl Gone podcast did a 2-part series about Bacciori. Apologies if I'm butchering her last name up. In March 2024. Bacciori also recorded podcasts before her disappearance. Oh, really? Dang. She was a podcaster as well. Damn, so if y'all have heard or seen anything or know anything, you know what I mean? Hit somebody up. See if we can find her. Yeah, that's the first I've heard of that story. All right, y'all.
I just want the straight co-op and you want some straight cred, you know?
Oh, and shout out to 4 Van Life / Van Life, Roll Life, RV Life, or whatever it is. Because we only watched 4 of them. Shout out Roman Reckless. Here, we'll let y'all listen in real quick.
Holding up.
And then she stops talking when we... She's cleaning her window, so she's a van lifer. Anyways, Roman Reckless, check hers out. She travels the country with her dog. And then we listen to Carolyn's RV Life. Mm-hmm. She has a political page, too, separate. And that one's called As I See It. My memory's good today. And then we watch Nomadic Introvert and Just Rowan. So y'all go check those out. All right, here's Maria's Roman Reckless. We'll play about 15 seconds or something real quick.
Yeah, Mama, go potty. Good girl. Well, she didn't go potty at all, but she was off leash, and she's perfect, so. Good girl, Mama. Good job.
Yeah, Maria's a little truck. She has like a Defender or something. It's kind of crazy. You know it's kind of crazy? We were just talking about trucks going and the speed and all that. And when she has a Defender, I think it's a German vehicle or something like that.
Range Rover.
Oh, what?
It's in the Range Rover family, but it's old.
Yeah, so Michelle's smashing an egg sandwich, too. Ooh, it looks good, too. I had mine earlier. She's about to go help her daughter moving and stuff, so she's getting her energy together. But anyways, her vehicle is a mess. It looks like organized confusion, but...
Well, and I think I told you, people with ADHD often...
You think she has a little bit of that going on?
For sure.
I know we do. Well, I do.
But people that have that are often very messy, but they know where everything is.
Because it does seem like that with her. It's a little messy, but she knows where her stuff is, though. But anyways, yeah, go check hers out. Go check those other few out if you're interested. And those are pretty much the only 4 that we watch. Because they're pretty interesting and stuff. Yeah, so they just travel the country, go to each state, and, and they kind of just take you along for the ride and just, yeah. So it's pretty interesting. All right, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's a long Memorial Day weekend.
This is such a girl lunch.
If you're doing whatever, keep yourself safe. Try to stay out of arguments or disputes or debates with people. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Any advice, baby, for the peeps before we get out of here?
Just have a blessed weekend.
Oftentimes, I have to do research.
So this is the As I See It / Caroline RV Life. She's one of the 4 that we listen to. So let's listen in real quick. She's Democratic, liberal leaning, so we fuck with her.
To add that's not already out there. When I zone in on a topic and I'm like, okay, I really want to talk about this, or I want to learn about this, and so I want to share it,
I just haven't been there. And so if you ever wonder where I am, just go to Carolyn's RV Life. I post there every week. I'm very active there. I'm very active on Facebook. I post on Facebook at least a couple times a week. I am active on Threads, so I'll put all my Threads accounts below if you wanna see what I'm ranting and raving about. I do it on Threads. And I'll be here when I have something worthwhile to add to the conversation. And I just haven't felt inspired lately to do that. So let me know how you guys are all doing. Leave your thoughts below. Thank you for being here, and thank you for wanting to hear from me. It really means a lot to me that you value my educated opinions and what I have to say. But right now, I just can't. So, all right.
She sounds like she's feeling a little down, kind of. You know, because sometimes it does get stressful when you're talking about that and you're fighting the good fight and it feels like no one's listening sometimes. You kind of just go into a shell for a minute. It sounds like she's going through that right now. But pick yourself back up. We need you in this fight.
How many white farmers? You're saying it's not true that some white farmers have been murdered?
No, it's not true that there is a genocide against white farmers.
Okay, whatever you call it, have white farmers been murdered?
Actually, how many
have violence been committed against white farmers?
How many white farmers? Hold on a second. How many white farmers have been murdered?
I don't know. Several. I mean, they asked.
No, how many?
It's actually one.
I know why you don't know.
Only one.
Those numbers don't exist broken down by race.
I mean,
how many white farmers have been murdered?
I don't know. Several. I mean, they asked.
No, how many?
I don't know. Several.
I know why you don't know. Because those numbers don't exist broken down by race.
I mean, I know this. I wouldn't trust the South African government to tell me. I know that.
How many black farmers have been murdered in South Africa?
Look, you guys are so triggered over 59 people.
No, I'm not.
After we left 20 million people in the country, I don't know why you're so triggered.
Haven't even brought up the people, the white people that Trump picked out because they were white and told them they could come to the country.
How much racial killing are you going to condone?
There are 19,000 murders in South Africa. 36 were on farms. 7 of the farmers were victims. Okay, this is according to the South African police.
And you think the South African government is a
credible source? The other 29, hold on a second, the 29 victims who were included in the farm killings were farm employees who tend to be black. So the vast majority of people killed on farms in South Africa are black. Where is the concern about them?
The concern is that there are white farmers who have had violence committed against them, and they're
killed on farms in South Africa are black. Where is the concern about them? We're farm employees who tend to be black. So the vast majority of people killed on farms in South Africa are black. Where is the concern about them?
The concern is that there are white farmers who have had violence committed against them, and they're being threatened. They're being threatened every single day. There's 59 people, and you're triggered about 59 people, and I don't know why.
I haven't mentioned anything about 59 people. Why are you only concerned about white people?
I'm.
Those are the key words. Then, on October 19th,